So hello, Mondon here, welcome to my review of Ballroom episode 16. I probably say this could be one of my favorite episodes, this whole anime. I really like this episode. This episode of everything, right? We have Tatara going in there, he's entering the soul, something like that, getting this 4-leg power up. No, but like it's basically that he's so in control of the dance, right? That his partner's legs are also part of his weight, and it's like a perfect motion or whatever, right? So he kind of this like controlling lead zone. He gets freaked out by it, and then drops out even though he could advance and win apparently, so that was kind of neat, and also confusing. And I also of course love Marissa. It's like, of course I knew you joined, I know everything, but I'm disappointed you give up, like, loser. That was great. And then of course she takes them to her mansion, right, pretty much outside, sitting somewhere. And that was a really, really good episode there. We're having all the characters, except Sengoku and you know, that kind of game, but all the other young dancers right there, Ganju, mako-chan, Suka of course, and Hyodou, and even of course the new, like the main antagonist this season, right? Kagamai is also there of course with his partner, which I can't remember her name. She's just kind of like there in the background, right? But they're all there, and it's a great episode, right? We see like she's interacting with mako-chan, Shizuka, you know, but yeah, Hyodou and Ganju talking so down. And of course, I'm like, oh, 4 things happens to me every time, bro! Yeah, like, all that was really, really good. My favorite scene, though, by far, was absolutely when he enters there, me talking with Marissa, right? And they're like, oh, yeah, I want to join this team, and you're gonna A-class, you're gonna win this team, because you're my new partners. Then I got Kagame and enters like, oh, but I'm also joining, coach! She's like, oh, both my boys joining? Oh, I could never plan for that! And I just love her. She's this really, really like tricky old lady, right? And it has to be said though, because it's an Japanese team, right? And I say it again, she's super on Obasan hentai thing though. Really, really is like, yeah, sitting there like her, you know, some bedroom robe, right? Drinking some wine. It's like, come in here, young boy. Let me talk to you in private. It's like a lot of that kind of feel to it, right? She's very, very, very much that kind of troop of like, that kind of character, and that's this like, ooh, my 2 boys are gonna fight for me, yes, like that. The whole thing there is definitely has that, yeah, like rich old lady that lives in the end of the street and invites, you know, the neighbor boys to play with her, and teaches them how to dance, right? Yeah, it really gives that feeling to it. But yeah, I think it was great, and of course after that, when apparently she's like, gets called from her ex-partner, right? Oh, I'm gonna join this thing, like fire. And then we see Kage was like, oh, I'm gonna beat you. And of course then we have Tatara in the middle scene, both of them like, and of course also Marissa on the side is like, they're all really evil, get me out of this place, get me out of this place, I'm afraid. That was great. And of course it culminates with the whole clash, right? With the whole fight between Tatara and Shisan, and that is something that has been pretty much short from the opening. Because for sure we've been opening for, is it a month now? Yeah, a month. They're very big. She has some close at the opening right there, the red miniskirt and everything. So clearly it was kind of like, oh, it's gonna happen now. Yeah, it's very interesting. She's understanding him. No one really understands Tatara. I guess Hyodou maybe a little bit. The rest don't really get him that much. Maybe Marcus one, I guess, probably closest to that. That's one issue for her. She felt the whole 4-leg thing, right? And it's like, you know, what you do to my body, and probably how he kind of went away from her. He kind of entered the gate, right, of the zone, and she was left behind. That's fit into it. And generally, he seems to be, because, you know, Tatara's always been very easy to, that's his skill, right, to really learn quickly new abilities and so on. The kind of typical main character is very eager to learn and master everything, so he is, of course, is not picking up this new dances faster than her. She's feeling inferior. So there's a lot of that as well, I think, in there. Some jealousy. And I also think that, I would also guess it's a lot about also, that's like Tatara, he kind of grew up, even though that's like a year, but he kind of grew up with Hyodou, Shizuka, Mako, and so on. They're all like top dancers, right? But he kind of grew up with them, right? His first dance year. And for her, they're all like, oh my god, these are like the A-class 2 super people. And for him, it's like, oh, it's my best friends. I've danced with them for all my dance life, like a year, yeah. But like for him, that's like the normal people he usually was with, right? So he's very intimidated by them, and she's afraid and so on. It probably pisses her off a lot too, that he's like, oh, but no, this is normal people, yeah. So that is also a good thing there. But yeah, we have to, of course, kind of solve that, right? And his way of saying that, oh, please forgive me, just let me lead a little bit, and then you can do what you want, and so on. That, I would say, is obviously a mistake. because she probably wants him to lead more, right? Yeah, or like be more dominant, I guess, better word for it. And by saying that, oh, but like, you know, let me do that bit, and then you can do whatever you want, and you can decide. It's like, no, that's not what I want. That's not what she wants. She wants him to take the charge for a bit, right, and so on. And he doesn't want to do it. So I think it's very interesting, and I'm very, very excited to see next week and see how they're gonna try to fix that relationship and so on. But overall, this is probably absolutely one of my favorite episodes. I'll easily get this an 11 out of 10 episode. I think it had everything right from this, again, the whole zone thing, the whole like learning this like the dance flow thing into this like really, really hilarious like setting of everyone at this like, you know, mansion camp, and it's a lot of like flirts, and it's like great character interaction. It's really, really good. And then of course the whole like epic like the Sundari battle there, which is just really, really awesome. So easily for me at least, this is probably the best. I think it's the best episode of the season. I think it's the best episode. I think it's the best episode. It's really, really good. Yeah, it had everything, right? It had action, it had the drama, it had the comedy, it had like the parodies, it had everything really. So easily 11 episode. I think it was really, really good. Hope to see you guys next week. Like, subscribe, and so on, and have a great day.